Welcome to the Gielinor Gambler, an application I built to turn Old School RuneScape into a game of chance. I click roll, get 3 random skills with levels to gain, and I must choose one. Once I pick, I'm locked to that skill until the block is complete. Completing a block earns me rewards, quests, or slayer tasks, and my ultimate goal is simple: earn a quest cape. I'm glad you're here, and let's roll. So let's complete our reward and let's roll our tasks. We're hoping for a good one here. Very interesting. Okay. Woodcutting, as I've stated before, gets me closer to Lost City. Range, I'm going to need a range in the future. But there is one here that I've been very interested in doing. Very interested in conquering. We're going to pick the middle block Herblore. But why pick Herblore? I have absolutely no herbs in the bank, and I can't kill monsters outside of Quest or Slayer for them. But what if I told you there is one item spawn in the game that completely solves this problem? In the Deep Wilderness dungeon, in level 51 Wilderness, there is a singular grimy Guam leaf spawn. This is the way I will train up my Herblore. I'm level 35 and I have nothing on me, and I'm still always nervous when I come into Deep Wildy. There it is. There's our Guam spawn. The problem is it's around a lot of these hill giants, and I kind of have to world hop. So I'm going to have to figure this out a little bit. That's why I brought food. All right, so far from testing this, the best way is to come in, grab the Guam leaf, and then leave and then world hop. I only take like 1 or 2 hits doing that, which is not that bad, honestly. And I get 1 Guam leaf every time. So that's 25 XP for making the potion, 2.5 for cleaning. So we're going to need to do this a little bit. I think we need like 80 Guam leaves, but it is what it is. All right, that's my last Guam for the inventory. So an inventory of 28 was actually pretty fast. It took about 12 minutes. And I need 3 inventories. Let me just grab one up, and my cake disappeared. So with 28 Guams taking 12 minutes, I need about 80 Guams. And so a little less than 3 inventories. That's not that bad. I'll tell you this right now, I definitely brought way too many cakes. I brought 10 cakes and I ended up dropping like 6 of them. So we're gonna bank these Guams. Look at how beautiful. 28 Guams, and I haven't killed anything that drops them. That is so awesome. Okay, so we can grab about 5 cakes this time, I think. Actually, we'll start working on these 2/3 cakes. All right, so this is going to be our food inventory from now. Let's go get another full inventory. And this will be our final Guam leaf. That's 2 full inventories and a 26 inventory. Quick math, that gives us 82 Guam leaves. That is more than enough to hit our goal. Look at how beautiful that is. 82 Guam leaves, and we haven't gotten a single herb drop yet, all picked up. That is fantastic. We're going to need some vials of water and some secondaries to pile with these. First things first, we're going to have to clean all of these herbs. So let's get to clicking. Right on the level 5 Herblore, almost done this. I know I can just click and just let it be, but I just want to get this inventory done, you know? Set our quantity to 14 and 14. And that is 15 herbalism done. That also is the level for Serum 207s. Let me go here. So that's also pretty cool. That's a really good Ironman tactic. But anyway, we're done Herblore, so let's see what our reward is. Mark as complete. Yes, we did it. We got some Slayer tasks. That's amazing. Finally, I haven't gotten the Slayer task reward yet. I think I've completed like 6 tasks so far, and that's the first one. Okay, let's do 3 Slayer tasks. I think we're really close to being able to use Vanica, but let's go see what we got. I have to get a Slayer task from the new Slayer Master when we did Priest in Peril. Mashna is what I've always called him, so let me know if any of you pronounce it differently. So I'll pop up on the screen the tasks that we can get from him. I have some in mind that I want. 42 crabs is crazy easy. I will take that. How many times have I been here? Let me find a spot that has 3 available, because there's no way I'm killing them faster than 3 at a time. And let's chill out for 42 crabs. 30 defense. We're definitely going to have to go get some adamant armor later and upgrade from this mithril. 15 Slayer. That means we have unlocked Banshees as a new Slayer task. All right, that's our first Slayer task complete, and I'll pop up on the screen all the levels we gain. Really good task. Crabs are super good XP, so let's go get a second one. Finally, back at Mashna, I'm going to pop up on the screen all the new tasks that we got from completing that last task, because we not only increased our Slayer level to get more tasks, but our combat went up and new tasks popped in at level 35. So hopefully we get something good. Hill Giants is a really good task. It's another thing that has a lot of hit points. So let's go do some Hill Giants. All right, we're finally at the Hill Giants. So let's turn off our brains and do this Hill Giant Slayer task. And that's our last Hill Giant killed. So let's go back to Mashna and get our last Slayer task. Time for the third and final Slayer task of this reward. We are hoping for another Crabs task. 13 ghouls, super quick task, I'll take it. There's 23 Slayer, but also we have completed the Slayer task. That is 3 Slayer tasks completed. We almost hit 40 combat, not quite, but let's go roll another skill. Collect our reward, and let's roll our tasks, see what we get, and then we can decide from there. Crafting, agility, and cooking. There's a couple really good ones here. The 2 that stick out the most are crafting and agility. Agility would be up to 54 agility. So I'm actually going to pick agility. The fun part about picking agility here is I rolled the maximum and I'm 1 off hitting the next tier where I would only be able to roll 8 to 13 agility levels. So this is the last time we'll ever be able to roll 15 agility levels. That's pretty fun. So let's go do this agility grind. So I'm going to see how many of these agility arena tickets I can stack up on my way to level 50. I'm going to try to turn them in at around like level 48-ish and just see if we can skip 2 levels all the way to 50. That'd be pretty fun to see. I'm not going to do any math. I'm not going to do any OSRS calcs, and I am hopping over the floor traps a lot. So let's see if we can skip like 2 or maybe even 3 levels. And this will be our 50th agility arena ticket. That's the maximum you can turn in at a time. 48 agility, that means we unlock the Apatol agility course, but also that means we can do a quest with it, the freeing King Awawoji, but that's far in the future. However, we do have a bunch of tickets, so let's go turn these in. I am so excited to turn these in. I love dopamine drops. We're going to start off with the big drop. The 50 tickets. This should get me all the way to 50 agility. Oh, did we just miss it? We did. Okay, but 49 agility and almost 50. That's really awesome. So let's go turn in the other 10 and the extra 1. And there's 50 agility. That's the Falador agility course unlocked, but also that's a good level to go start doing some agility pyramid. And we'll sell it for 10,000 GP. Let's go get some more GP. This is a lot better than hopping for Eclipse Reds. Alright, so we have 50k to play with. That's 5 completed runs. And still feeling a decent bit, but a lot less than I thought I would. But I'm going to finish off the 54 agility block, so let's go to a different agility course. I think we are good on GP for now. Alright, so we're going to finish up the agility goal at the Falador rooftop course, because I'm a decent bit away from full graceful. I've been doing a lot of Brimhaven agility, and I still feel like it'll really help the account. "54 agility, we have finally completed that block. That took a bit, but 54 agility is super beneficial, so let's go see what our reward is. Alright, I'm hoping for some quests, so let's mark this as complete. Death Plateau. That's a great quest. That's the first quest in the Troll series, so this is required for Troll Stronghold. So this is a good one to get, and I'll take the attack XP. There are a few required items for this quest that I don't have just yet. I'll pop those up on the screen right now for you all to see. And there's Death Plateau complete. That was our only quest we had to do for this reward block. So let's go see what skill we roll next. Oh, and there's 40 attack. That's actually huge. That's rune weaponry, but also that's 40 combat, which is another huge milestone on the account. Not huge, I would say pretty big milestone. Alright, we will complete Death Plateau, and that's a good one to complete because that also should unlock a quest down here. Troll Stronghold is now also rollable in the rewards. But without further ado, let's see what 3 skills we roll here. These are good again. I'm really feeling the woodcutting. And the reason I'm feeling the woodcutting is because I want to get the requirements for Lost City done. I know that completing this thieving block gives me the feud, but I'm gonna go with gain 11 woodcutting levels. That'll get us to 29 woodcutting. We just arrived in Auburnville in Varlamore because there is one shop here that's going to be really useful for the woodcutting grind. And that is Lunami's Axe Shop. So there are a few things I want to get here. I'm not 100% sure I have a steel axe. Might as well get that. I'm going to buy 2 mithril axes because I'm eventually going to need one for animal magnetism. So might as well just buy it now instead of having to come back. And I'm going to need this adamant axe in the future, so let's just buy it anyway. 21 woodcutting. That means we can use this mithril axe. 25 woodcutting. And there's 29 woodcutting, so let's go see what reward we get. Alright, I'm hoping for some more quests, but I would absolutely take some Slayer tasks, so let's see what we get. That's a lot of good quests. Dork's Quest, super easy mining XP. Gertrude's Cat, I've actually wanted to get Gertrude's Cat for a while. Fight Arena. Fight Arena is just also solid attack XP, but also it's going to get us to another quest. So let's go start from the top with Dork's Quest. And that's all the ores we needed. And there's Dork's Quest complete. Let's go do one of my favorite early game quests, and it's still going to be relevant XP, Fight Arena. Let's start some Fight Arena. Alright, let's turn in Fight Arena. This is going to get us some decent XP in both attack and thieving. 31 thieving, that unlocks 2 quests for us. Feud and Slug Menace. That's pretty huge. Feud is a quest I really would like to roll. And I'll always take the attack levels. Let's go do our final one. And there is Gertrude's cat completed. We got our kitten. We're definitely going to have to carry around some raw sardines for a bit. I do want to make sure this kitten's ready for some upcoming quests. And we got some cooking XP. But more importantly, we've completed all 3 quests. So let's go see what skill we're going to train next. Complete our reward. That's 3 quests added to the list. Beautiful. Let's roll a new set of tasks, see what we're going to get. Definitely hoping for one of these 2. Very interesting actually. Crafting is screaming out to me here because I am getting close to the elemental workshop quests, and 10 crafting is actually going to be crazy quick. Let's pick 10 crafting levels. $20 crafting, that is actually the requirement for a lot of different quests, but I believe that means we have 2 quests that we're able to do now. Creature of Frankenstrain and the Golem are now rollable. I believe that's it, so that's pretty awesome. And there's 22 crafting, meaning we have completed our block. We can also make full Zorishian. Some sapphire necklaces. We'll have to keep that in mind for later because games necklaces are actually really useful. Without further ado, let's go see what our reward is. Let's mark this as complete. Hopefully we get some good quests. I'll take some Slayer tasks as well. I'll take 4 Slayer tasks because when we were doing Death Plateau, we actually hit 40 combat, meaning we can go use a new Slayer Master. Let's go try him out. It is time to test out Vanica as a new Slayer Master. I'm very excited. I'll pop up on the screen all the different tasks we can get. I hope there's some good ones. I don't know personally. I'm going into this a bit blind. Let's see what we get. 70 Moss Giants. That's actually really good. All right, we're taking our new full adamant armor for a spin here at the Boss Giants. This is actually a really good setup for my levels. So thanks to that agility pyramid grind, we actually have the money to afford this, and I think that'll make this 70 Moss Giants task a decent bit easier. So I'm playing around with the RuneScape Wiki DPS calc, and apparently a rune mace is a significant DPS increase, about 0.2 more DPS, and the time to kill on Moss Giants decreases by like 10 seconds. It's just a 1 more max hit and a lot more accuracy. So I'm going to head over, go buy Rune Mace. I'll show you guys where I'm buying the Rune Mace at. That's our first Slayer task complete of the 4. And a Renar Seed drop on the last kill. That's awesome. Let's go get our second task. All right, Vanica, let's see what our second task is. 88 Hobgoblins. That's not too bad. And there's our Hobgoblin task complete. So let's go see what our third task will be. All right, Vanica, give me a nice AFK task. Wait, I can cancel the task. I just want to risk it. I want a better task. 87 Ice Warriors. That's not better. All right, Vanica, one more time. Give me a good task. Skeleton's annoying. Cancel. Give me something good. Seriously, 66 more Hobgoblins. All right, let's go do 66 more. There's our third Slayer task and our second Hobgoblins task completed. Okay, Vanica, please don't give me another Hobgoblins. 35 Ankus. That's difficult, but let's give it a shot. It's not like I can skip it anyway. I guess I could Turiel skip it, but I'm not going to allow that. And there's the Anku task completed. This took a while. I did like 4 trips here because they are significantly higher level than me. So that's going to teach me a lesson to just go with the task that I'm given. I did get this hard clue from Anku's, so let's just quickly see if we can even do it. I actually can do it. I'm gonna see how far I can get on this before I roll another skill, because clues, as I said in the beginning of the video, they are no longer rolled as rewards. I'm just doing them as I get them, and the rewards are just Slayer tasks or quests. And we have to drop it now. We can't. I mean, we can keep this because we can actually roll. No, we can't roll Monkey Madness just yet because we have prereq quests to do. But we can hold on to it just because we don't really have another way to get hard clues as of yet. I guess we could get them from like Bird's Nest and stuff. Anyway, let's complete our reward and let's roll some tasks. We're going to have to update this, so I'll update that off camera. Let's just roll our next set of tasks. Not Tune 14 Herblore. This would get me to the level that I can do Sea Slug, which is great. But this would get me the woodcutting requirement. This would actually get me to 40 woodcutting. I'm going to take the 11 woodcutting levels. 30 woodcutting. Let's move on to some willow trees. 31 woodcutting. That means we can use our adamant axe in the bank, but also I just realized I have a beginner clue scroll in the bank, so let's go do that so I get some more. Yeah, we got our casket. Nice. Let's see what we get. I'll take the blue wizard robe because that's actually a upgrade for magic. And there's our 40 woodcutting. I think I have time before I have to go to bed to do one more reward. So let's go see what it is. I say that and now watch me get like 6 Slayer tasks. I'm hoping for some quests. I haven't done quests in a bit. I'll take 3 Slayer tasks though. I definitely need to get my combat up for some upcoming quests. So let's go see what Vanica has in store for us. All right, please, Vanica, give me something good. Crabs would be insane. I can't skip, so please. 54 shades. So I originally went to kill the lore shades near Morton, and after killing a few, I realized I had accidentally started the nature spirit quest, since it's required to talk to Drezel in order to get into the swamp, but that starts the quest. That's on me. I'm not going back there until the quest is properly rolled, and I'll be a lot more careful spamming 1 and spacebar throughout my dialogue choices, just to get through the dialogue. Oh, wow, it's done. That task took me 5 hours of flinching, so I'm now going to be a lot more careful with how I use my cancels. Let's go get another. All right, I've never wanted a crabs task after that more than now. Please, Vanica, be nice. That was one of the new tasks that we can get. Not great, but not that bad, I think. Let's go try them out. This isn't too bad. I will take this over shades any day of the week. All right, we have the same task that we can get this time, so please, Vanica, be kind. 54 ogres, I'll take that. That's not bad at all. My new RuneScape obsession is putting things into the DPS calc that are very obvious. Like, ogres don't have a weakness to either stab or crush, and I'm calcing whether an adamant scimitar is better than a rune mace. Guess what? The rune mace is better. Very good task, much better than the other two. I mean, I'll take it. That's some construction XP later on. And that is our third and final Slayer task completed.